Hey everyone, welcome back to part 2 of my Fusionfall Retro playthrough. Sorry it's been a little while. I've had plenty of time to make videos. I just had 3 days off of work and I have another day off tomorrow, so hopefully I can make some more parts of this playthrough. Maybe I could stockpile them and then upload them every day or every now and then or whatever. But anyways, now we are on to our Reddy Nano mission, so let's just jump right in. So we gotta go talk to Ranger Charles.
It's me, Zoom.
There he is.
Ta-ta.
Nice to see you.
Watch out, fusion spawns are swarming. They're cosmic monsters, so use your Buttercup Nano. She's a Blastons Nano. Are you confused? Computers will send you an email. So, Computers is explaining what I explained in the last part about the kind of rock, paper, scissors in Fusionfall with nanos and monsters is Adaptium, Blastons, and Cosmics. So Buttercup is Blastons, so she beats this fusion spawn, which is Cosmic. So Adaptium beats Blastons, Blastons beats Cosmics, and Cosmics beats Adaptium. So it's pretty simple. And there we go. See how Buttercup gave you a slight advantage in combat?
Catch you later.
Yes, I did, Charles.
Go KND. Fast feet.
Now we're on our way into Fusion Eddie's lair
Ta-ta.
Hello.
in the Pokeox Junior High infected zone.
Anybody home?
Fusion Eddie's lair is somewhere inside the infected zone. Stay on your toes.
It's me,
So,
Zoom.
pretty close to the entrance. You just go up these flower beds and to the right. And here we are. You just warp inside. And now we talk to Ranger Moira. She's a smart one too.
Looking for a mission?
Fusion Eddie is being guarded by tech drones. They are Blastons monsters, so you gotta use your number 2 Nano. He's an Adaptium type. Computers emailed more info to you.
Hi.
Now I don't really need the email info because I'm such a pro gamer. But it's really simple, and at this point they're kind of beating a dead horse. But they really try to get you to learn.
Catch you later.
I guess it's because it's sort of a, well, it is a kid's game. But it's a kid's game that I think a lot of people would be able to enjoy. So I'm just gonna run past these monsters and run right up this ramp to confront Fusion Eddie. And there he is. Let's go get him. Bring out Buttercup. This is Cosmic. Stun him. Just shoot him. And there we go. So Eddie's powers are Jawbreaker Break, which is health for yourself. So it's pretty self-explanatory. He gives you some health back. Speedy Getaway, which is run for your group. So you summon him and everyone in your group gets speed boost. And Energy Saver, which is a guard. So this power doesn't really have much use in the future, but once you get to the past, it might have more use. But basically, from defeating monsters in the past, you get boosts, which make your weapons more powerful, and you get potions, which are able to heal your nanos. Now, some monsters are able to drain these from you, and if you have your Eddie Nano out, he'll be able to keep your boosts and potions from getting stolen. But for this playthrough, I think the health power is very useful, especially when you're just getting started with the game. And pretty much, it's overall a very useful power. So I'm going to pick Jawbreaker Break.
Greetings.
So now
Go KND.
go back outside. And get out of the infected zone. Jump over. Or not. Okay, there we go. So we're running out.
Let's get him.
And how initiate warp.
And I believe
See ya.
Buttercup
Number
and
two.
number 5 have plenty more missions for us. So we'll go back and check in with them and see what they have to say. Here they are.
You
Let's
ready
talk to
for a
number 5.
mission?
Going places. There are lots of ways to get around. Scampers, teleporters, and other cool contraptions will send you great distances. Number 5 can tell you all about it.
That's what I like. That's okay.
So this mission's all about scampers, which are the kind of the quick transport in the game. So she wants us to go to speak to Sector V, whoever has the scamper in Sector V.
I'm tired.
So instead of that, I think
Your nano is running
I'm gonna
low on
go
stamina and will soon need to rest.
to the cul-de-sac. And number 2 is low on energy right now, so if I had any potions, I could heal him up if I press the C key. But since I don't, he's just gonna die. So there he goes. And now I'm back to my normal speed. So when a nano dies, pretty much you just have to wait. If you look on the bottom right, you'll see he's got low health and he's kind of sunken in there. So once he gets back up to like this level where these two are, you can summon him again, but of course he'll only have so much health left. So just beware of that, of using up all your nano's health. So here's the scamper. I'm going to talk to him
All
and see
aboard!
if I remembered to talk to Sector V. Oh, I did. So the scamper is basically the quick, pretty much teleportation across the map. In the future, there's
All
only 2
aboard!
places to go, which is Sector V and the cul-de-sac. So you basically just pay them, and it costs more in the past than the Monkey Skyway agents,
Where
which
you going? Monkey minions
this is kind of
are
a
to
slow
nearby
travel, but
locations for
definitely
food.
faster
You
than
must register
walking
at both ends of the
somewhere.
route before you can
So
use it.
it's kind of as the crow flies, or as the monkey flies, if you will. So it'll fly straight over there, so you don't have to go across these bridges and kind of go out of your way just to get somewhere. So here we've registered with this one,
Hey,
and we'd
where
have to
you
go.
going?
So here's Candy Cove, here's the Junkyard, and here's Genius Grove. So those are the only 4 Monkey Skyway agent stops in the future. So let's go back
All
to Sector
aboard!
V in the scamper,
Liftoff.
and we'll talk to the attendant. So we talk to him. Speak to me to register at this transport. You wanna go to the cul-de-sac. Oh, if you want to go to the cul-de-sac, you'll need to register with the attendant down there. Just tell him I sent you. So since we just registered with them, we can now walk back to the cul-de-sac. We don't have to walk all the way there. And now we talk to the cul-de-sac attendant. So now we talk to him. He says, "Hi, you need to speak to me to register at this scamper. If you've done it already, no worries."
Okay,
So
stop by again soon.
we already have. So now we can run to number 5. Oh wait, before I do that, I'm gonna switch out my nanos real quick. I know I only have 3, but I like to have them be Adaptium, Blastons, and Cosmics. Just kind of like a
Nanostations are used to manage your nano collection.
personal preference, I guess,
Nanostations
just so it's
swap out
simpler
equipped nanos or to obtain power.
for me. But there's no set rule that you have to have A, B, and C.
Visit
You can
a
do
nanostation.
A,
You
C,
will need
or
the correct amount of fusion
A,
matter
B,
and power
A,
items to
or
make the change.
BBB. You can have any combination.
It's me.
And now we gotta, unfortunately we have to walk back to number 5, but that's okay, because number 2 is feeling better now. But instead of walking in that direction, we have to go down here, over the bridge, and through the woods, metaphorically speaking, and back to number 5. And I saw Computers was just saying something about switching nano powers, and that is something you can do. You have to, there will be a deck spot next to most nano stations, and you buy 5, I believe 5 of the desired power you want, and it'll cost 5,000 because each one's 1,000, simple math. And it'll also cost you a certain amount of fusion matter. So say I want to change Buttercup's power to Scavenge. So I'd need 896 fusion matter and 5 Scavenge power items. So it costs me 5,000 taros and 896 fusion matter. So if you're going to do that, you want to choose wisely about what your power is going to be. So now we can
Ready for a mission?
turn in our mission. Transportation systems will make the going easier. Now you can use the scamper to get to the cul-de-sac anytime you want to. Pretty sweet, huh?
That's
Definitely.
the way we like
Good
it.
work. You might want to go back to the cul-de-sac and see if anyone down there needs your help.
Come back whenever.
Now let's
I'll
talk to
bet you need
Buttercup.
a mission.
I've just learned that Fuse is trying to get his hands on a map of Pokeoaks Junior High. He's planning something mean. We gotta stop him. Wanna help?
Maybe
Of course,
later.
Buttercup. So now we gotta go to the Pokeoaks infected zone.
Zoom.
Honestly, if I lived in Fusionfall, it's pretty great because the school is infected, so I'd never have to go to school. And I'm 20, so I'm not
Urgent message.
in school anymore,
And
but
now, stand by.
if I was, I remember back when I was younger playing this game and seeing this infected zone with a school in it, and I was kind of jealous because then if Fuse had invaded Earth, then I wouldn't have to go to school either. So there is some perks to world domination, I guess. So we got the map,
Urgent message.
and now we gotta bring it back to Buttercup. So we're walking, or running, and
Catch you later.
here we go.
Nice weather. Prepare for transport.
Number 2. Zoom a zoom.
So now that we have Eddie, which I just realized I never took him out, here he is. You press X, or you do right click, he'll heal you. Now I didn't have any damage just then, so it didn't do anything. But let me go get hurt by these fusion spawns, so he can have a chance to heal me. There we go, I'm taking some damage. Now I can beat this fusion spawn, and now I right click and see Eddie heals me. So he's very useful, especially when you're low level and when you gotta fight a lot of enemies. It's a very useful power to have. Cool, thanks for getting that map. Fused won't be able to pull any dirty tricks, and we can get back to planning our counterattacks. Nice work. Thanks, Buttercup. Thanks, this map should help us plan our next attack on the infected zone in Pokeoaks. We gotta get you back to the past to set things right. Now let's see what this one is. That map you recovered had some creepy handwriting on it. By the looks of it, Fuse is preparing a massive coordinated attack. We need to put a stop to it.
Great.
Of course.
Later. Pick up. Urgent message.
So we gotta find the cyber stingers. Now they're all the way just down at the end of this street. And I'm gonna have to let number 2 rest a bit, just because he is Adaptium and the cyber stingers are Blastons, so just gonna let him sit out for a bit until I get to the enemies. So there are certain missions, like I said in the last one, that you have to get to a certain place and then start taking out the monsters. So we gotta take them out, take 4 out in a certain amount of time. Sometimes missions are timed, but usually it's pretty easy to beat the or get the requirement in the amount of time that they give you. So just like that, we had like 150 seconds to beat 4 Cyber Stingers, so that was plenty of time.
Bye-bye.
And now we can go back to Buttercup to turn in
It's
our
me,
mission.
Zoom Zoom.
But like I was saying with that mission, you gotta get to a certain area on the map
Ta-ta.
and then start shooting. So you gotta kind of
Love
wait
that you need
before
a
you
mission.
charge into battle. Great work sabotaging Fuse's plans. You really know how to fight. We need more kids like you on the front lines. Stop by again later if you need a mission.
Hey, I'm proud
You've
of
done
you.
an amazing job. I think you're ready for the really tough missions. You've definitely got the right stuff. Robbing the top. Now this one is kind of a longer one, just because you have to go all over the place. Fuse's creeps are causing havoc here in Tokyo's. Number 2 just ordered some pizza and hamburgers, but the monster stole all his toppings. Can you help? I guess so, Buttercup.
I'll be waiting.
We're really focusing on the important stuff in the future. But first, let me just open these, see what I've got. Maybe I've got some better armor. I have. There we go. Okay. Think. Oop. There we go. I believe. Should be it. I changed my shirt. Okay. Now this one is a shatter gun. So a shatter gun, you can shoot, I believe it's like 3 enemies at once. Whereas with a rifle, you can only shoot 1 at once. So here, this weapon's better at taking on groups of enemies. Whereas this one's better at taking on single enemies. So there are, in Fusionfall, groups of enemies. So maybe there's 3 enemies that all walk together amongst the single enemies. So if you're gonna attack a group of enemies, usually it's a better idea to have a shatter gun or a weapon that attacks multiple enemies at once. I know melee weapons can do that too, but I really like my rifle because I like ranged attacks, I guess. So now we gotta go find the road golems, which
Number
are
2.
all the way down there in Tokyo South. So let's go find them. Gotta run past these guys. And through the gazebo. Now we're in Tokyo South. But it's like South Tokyo South. So we gotta go even further just to get toppings for pizza. Gotta get that pepperoni. And to be honest, I understand number two's his needs. Because sometimes, you just gotta have pepperoni on that pizza. I really like this detail of sprinklers spraying fusion matter. I think that's funny.
Number 2.
I know I sound like I'm really laughing about it, but
Tired.
I do
Catch you
actually
later.
enjoy that detail. So here are the road golems. They're cosmic. Let's bring out Buttercup, and just like that, we got our pepperoni.
But I was just getting
Now
started.
we gotta go find the noxious spawns for mushrooms. Gotta find 3 mushrooms.
Anybody home?
So they should be just past them, so they should be somewhere nearby. Guess I could have got those guys, but rather than running all the way down there. Okay, here's one. So they're blast zone. Again, bring out number 2. But he's also kind of low on energy, so I'm just gonna let him sit this one out. Let's get you. You don't have it. Are you gonna have it? Okay, now we got one mushroom. And gotta find another. 2 more. Okay, now 1 more. Eddie, go Eddie, heal me. There we go. Now we have 3. So now we gotta go fight the bad burrows. If I could roll my R's for burrows, I would, but it's not working for me. I've tried for many years, but I can't seem to do it, so I'll just have to pronounce it wrong. So we gotta get number 2 Pickles back for, I assume for his burger, because I saw in the mission it said he lost toppings for his pizzas and his hamburgers, so hopefully he's putting pickles on his hamburger and not on his pizza, because it sounds kind of gross, but you know, to each their own. And I love pickles, but that just sounds like a gross combination. There we go, there's our 5th pickle. And actually, yeah, I'm gonna run over to Genius Grove. And oh wait, no, never mind. Actually, no. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm just gonna run back just because I remembered Buttercup is not in the cul-de-sac. So I'm just gonna get number 2 out. Honestly, number 2 could have stopped by Burger Frenzy, got his pickles. It's pretty simple, but I guess he was really attached to those specific pickles. Now I gotta run all the way back to number 2. Oh, I guess it would have made sense to go to Genius Grove and fly over to the cul-de-sac and use the scamper to get to Sector V, but of course. Oh! Sorry, this is Don Doom, and he's a special boss in the future, and probably shouldn't be taking him on by myself, but I'm gonna do it anyways and see what I get. Probably gonna be really boring watching this, but hopefully it's somewhat worth it. Hopefully I'll get something out of it. So you can stun him. He's just a big kind of walking land, thing of land, I guess. Not very intimidating, but I guess the legs are kind of creepy. I'm just gonna keep stunning him so he can't hurt me anymore. Just gotta keep wailing on him. So really exciting gameplay, but hopefully it'll be worth it. I know Don Doom likes to walk around, and there's another one called, shoot, I forget his name. Mad Max or something? Oh, Bad Max. And he's in this place called Peach Creek Estate, and he'll drop other stuff too. So let's see if we can take down Don Doom. I just killed Eddie, but the sacrifice worth making. Oh, he fell right on me. So yeah, he's just a little landmass with a tree on top. Let's see what we got. This is his, I guess. We got the Super Slayer shirt, which is ultra rare and level 5, so we won't even be able to wear it in the future. But we got plenty of other things. Ooh. So here's a gumball, which will make your nano more powerful for a limited time. Feed a gumball to your nano by clicking on the nano you want to give it to. Thank you, Computress. I was just about to explain that, but you did it for me. So now, to make number 2 even faster, give him a gumball, and that'll make him more effective for just that much longer. I don't know exactly how long, the gumbos last. Guessing maybe 5 minutes or so. I've never actually timed it, but they are very useful. And I know once you get into the past, you kind of just, you really pile them up. And it looks like we also got a Blast-On's gumball too, so that would make Buttercup's stun, I imagine, last a bit longer. But I haven't really tested that out yet. So now we're running all the way back to Sector V. Crossing the bridge. I remember especially when I first got the game, I remember loving climbing all the way to the top because you are actually able to climb all the way up to the very top there. Back up a second. All the way. Gotta keep going. All the way up there. See that satellite all the way up? Yes, you can climb all the way up. I said it like 5 times. But I remember having a lot of fun with that. Just doing it over and over and over. Even though it was the same thing every time. Just climbing up there and finding a cool place to just look out at Fusionfall. And now, gotta give number 2 his toppings. Thanks for helping number 2. With all the superheroics I have to do, I'm not exactly in the mood for dumb old pizza delivery. Glad you could step in. Praise. Thanks, I didn't know what I was going to do without my toppings. Invading our planet is one thing, but messing with my lunch? That's the last straw. So now it looks like number 2's got another mission. I just installed a new stabilizer in the treehouse's platform. The previous one was damaged when it collapsed. Can you keep the monsters off my back while I bring it online? Sure thing. So now, I believe we're going to fight Shotgun.
Catch you later.
Yeah, this should be where they're the spawning area. There they are. But this is one of those where you gotta go to the place on the map before you start shooting. So there it is. And we made it. Now we can start shooting them. And there we go. Now we gotta find the next spawning area. Which looks like all the way across. Which is fine.
You there?
But yeah, I remember Sector V being, or at least the treehouse being, one of my favorite areas in the game when I was first playing. And I never really was like a huge Kids Next Door fan. I never really watched it that much, but it was just really awesome to see such a huge treehouse. But it was always, I guess I had always dreamed of having a treehouse, so seeing such an awesome one and being able to climb up, all the way up was really cool. But it looks like we've made it to the next spawning ground. Now we gotta shoot some more. And there we go. Stabilizer is working. Oh, this cocoa egg. So cocoa will leave eggs all over, and usually they'll have a tower in them. So this one had run, so it'll make me obviously run faster for a little bit. It definitely is much shorter than having a nano, but it's definitely cool to have like 2 powers at once. Let's finish this mission. Good work. Fuse's minions didn't stand a chance against you. With your help, I was able to get the new stabilizer up and online. The treehouse is safe. Glad to help number 2. Great work. The stabilizer is online and functioning at full capacity. Tech support. Now we know how badly things can go if the gravity decelerator is compromised. How about asking Mandark for a spare so this doesn't happen again?
You can do this.
So,
See you next time.
Mandark is all the way in Genius Grove. So I'm thinking maybe in the next episode I can start out in Genius Grove and we can start by doing this mission. Because I'm seeing the time is already a little over half an hour, so probably a really long video for a gameplay video. So with that, I'm gonna say goodbye. So, bye. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.